I'm going to read a couple of poems, but today I'm not going to show you the pictures in the book, okay? I want you to really listen carefully to the words in the poem, and I want you to make that picture in your own mind. And today we're going to add some think time. I'm going to ask you to think to yourself before you talk to your partner. So you're going to think and think and think to yourself, and then I'm going to give you a signal. I'm going to say, talk to your partner, and then that's going to be your signal to turn to your partner and start talking. I'm going to read it 2 times. School bus. Our bus is a big, bright, loud, bumpy, stop and start, fast and slow, on and off, open, shut, yellow box on wheels, stuffed with kids. Now I'm going to read it one more time. You might want to close your eyes because it might help you create that picture in your mind. School bus. Our bus is a big, bright, loud, bumpy, stop and start, fast and slow, on and off, open, shut, yellow box, stuffed with kids. Okay, I want you to think to yourself for a moment. Visualize that poem in your head. Okay, talk to your partner.
I saw wheels. I saw a street on the school bus. I saw windows, and I saw that opening door, and sometimes I close it. I saw the bus lady I saw the driver and the wheels and a bunch of kids on a bright yellow bus with the bus driver driving.
Okay, readers. So what are some of the things that you talked about? Jonathan.
She saw a big bus with wheels, with 4 wheels and 4 windows and 4 seats, stuffed with children in it, and a bus driver driving it.
Wow, so you saw a lot of different people in your mind, didn't you? And you even said the word big. You saw a big bus, and that says it right here in the poem, the word big. Brittany.
The bus was really, really crowded, and the bus driver was going up and down, slow and fast, and open and close.
Wow, you remembered a lot of these things. Open, shut, fast and slow. And you said it was really crowded on the bus?
Yeah.
What in the poem made you think that it was really crowded on the bus?
Because there was a lot of children on the bus.
How did you know there were a lot of children on the bus? Was there something in the poem that made you think there were a lot of children?
Because it said it on he said it in the book.
I said it in the book. Stuffed with kids? What does that look like? Stuffed with kids. Jane?
Like lots of kids and noisy.
You think lots of kids and noisy. Noisy, okay. So, Haley, what does stuffed with kids look like?
Squished.
Squished. If you were on a bus and you were squished. DeMarco, what does that look like?
All the seats are full, and there's 3 persons in the seat, and somebody gets squished because there's not enough room.
And what would you look like, and how would that feel if you were squished?
Not good.
Not good, okay. All right. We're going to read another poem. The Balloon Man by Dorothy Adis. Our balloon man has balloons. He holds them on a string. He blows his horn and walks about through puddles in the spring. He stands on corners while they bob and tug above his head. Green balloons and blue balloons and yellow ones and red. He takes our pennies and unties the 2 we choose. And then he turns around and waves his hand and blows his horn again. I want you to think about this poem for a second to yourself. Picture that in your head. What do you see in your mind? Okay, now talk to your partner about it.
I think that he gonna give away some of his yellow balloons and red balloons and green balloons. I think that is a man with a lot of balloons in his head.
This is what you pictured. A man with a lot of balloons in his hand.
That when he was walking and some kids start running, some kids was riding their bike and they wanted to buy some balloons for their moms. Are they dad? Are they sisters? Are they cousins? Are they family?
Okay? I want you to take those pictures that you had in your mind, and I want you to draw it onto a piece of paper. Okay, now some of you talked about how you saw a man selling a balloon. Some of you talked about how you saw a clown. Some of you talked about clouds. Some of you talked about kids. I want you to make sure that you include those details in your drawing. Okay, I'm going to give you about 10 minutes to draw, and then we're going to share with our partners. Dwayne, tell me about your picture.
He got a balloon man and he got his balloons on his arm.
On his arm. And so what are you planning on doing now?
I'm about to color the balloons.
What are you going to color them?
Orange and yellow and green.
Orange, yellow, and green. All right. Was there anything else in the poem that you pictured in your mind?
Yes.
What else did you picture?
Some kids.
Some kids. Are you going to add that to your drawing?
Yes.
That would be great. I need you to add those kids to here, okay?
And puddles.
These are the puddles. You remember that in the poem it said that he walks about through puddles. And then these are all balloons? Okay. Right now I need you to put away the crayons and the pencils. You're going to share your drawings with your partner. You're going to talk about your pictures. And then I want you to really be careful listeners, because I want you to pay attention to the details in the drawings and in what your partner's saying.
What's in my drawing is the one the girl is playing with the hula hoops and the clown have balloons and he's walking. Yours is different because yours has hills and mine doesn't. And mine has flowers. And yours has a tree. And you have different colored balloons. I got balloons and you got balloons.
Was there anything in the poem, were there certain words or phrases that helped you draw your picture?
There was some money.
So what did you picture in your head?
A boy wanted a balloon and he picked just 2 colors, and then he gave a penny to the clown. And the clown was walking with the balloons, and then he honked his horn.
So you remember the part where it says, he blows his horn and walks about. You remember that, and that helped you that helped you with your picture?
Yeah.
Okay. Ellen.
Children.
Children. You remember that there was children in here? Okay, let me read this. He takes our pennies and unties the 2 we choose. And then he turns around and waves his hand and blows his horn again. What made you think that there were children in this poem?
Because it said the word us.
It said the word us, the 2 we choose. So you thought of children? Why did you think children and not adults?
Because children like balloons.
Okay. What did you draw in your picture that wasn't part of the poem?
I put my clown in a garden.
And that wasn't part of the poem. Anybody else put something in their drawing that wasn't part of the poem?
The clown's in the zoo.
You put the clown in the zoo. All right, today we worked again in partners and we heard another poem. We did think, pair, share. We drew pictures. And I wanted to know, how do you think we worked together in a caring or respectful way? How did we do today? Kent.
When my partner was talking, I was waiting for her to finish talking and then I could talk. We was good listeners and we was listening to our partners. We was waiting until the other partner was done.
Well, we practiced some very important things. We practiced thinking to ourselves before we talked to a partner. We listened to some poems, and we made a picture in our head based on what we heard. We're going to continue that when we read some stories, and I want you to try and do that too when you hear stories at home and when you read independently. Okay?